it's been blocked again, and I concentrated more on getting this line straight. You can see it's dry now, but you can see how straight I got it, and that's why I got a little more aggressive in the sanding. And here, since there was a kind of a wave, if you saw the last video, a little bit of a wave in the line, I got a little more aggressive there, and here I wanted to straighten out the line. So now I'm going to put my wax and grease remover on it. And you can see how much straighter that line is in the reflection. You can see, and you see that the line curves upward right around this area, and then if you go on this side, you see it also curves upward. So that's why I got a little aggressive here, because I wanted to make the line that I got here match with this one. So I got a little more aggressive there, and you can see I went through the black epoxy, the red epoxy, and I went all the way down to the metal body filler. But this is awesome. I mean, I really like how I got that line. Of course, this here is my signature piece. I love that. And you can see, I'm going to put a little more wax and grease remover on there. You can, well, I'm trying to get the light, but you can see how straight. Of course, I put too much wax and grease remover now, but you can see the light up there on the ceiling. You can see how straight I got it. So yeah, look at that. Wow. So definitely worth all the time spent in sanding this panel. But you can see the reflection of the window, and you can see the clouds. Or well, you can, no, that's the trees. You can see the trees up there, but as I move this camera, you see how nice and straight that is. Let's see if I can get a reflection here. There it is. You can see how nice and straight that is. Let's move it over. So now I get to apply my last coat of epoxy, because obviously I want to cover up all the bare spots so that it's all one uniform color in preparation for the red. And I'm going to put one more coat of epoxy, and then that coat will be sanded down, but not so much to concentrate on getting it straight, but more just to get the scratches and to ensure that my lines are straight with this final epoxy layer. And then I move on to red. So that's my panel. It's looking pretty good. I'm very happy with the way it's coming out. Well, here's the final prime of the panel. And so now with this, all I got to do is give it a light sanding just to prepare it for its final paint, and of course to ensure that everything is nice and straight. I'm pretty confident that it is as straight as I'm going to get it. I've already ran out of the epoxy hardener, so it's not like I can prime it again. So this is it. This is final prime. So I'm going to sand that down and get it ready for paint. I think it looks great, man. Looks really nice. Well, here's the panel all blocked out and ready for paint. And I'm going to show you, you can see the reflection on light already, because I blocked it out with 320. And I did a little addition. Now when I was doing the blocking, I didn't even have to block that much. I first started with 180 just to give it a nice cut, you know, to open her up. And then with the 180, it came out beautiful. So then right from 180 I went to 320 and blocked it out, and there it is. Now when I was doing it, you remember there's a curve here and you can kind of see the curve, and then there's a curve over here, you can kind of see it. So what I did was I added a curve. You can kind of see the curve go above that area, and I did that so that it looks finished. So now the panel is beautiful, very, very nice, and I'm proud to say that it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. So now it's ready for final paint. Well, I'm down to my last little bit of paint, and you can see the can is empty. And I love this color, so I'm trying to get as much of it as possible. And so far, it's mixed 2 to 1. So I'm getting close to 3, which would mean that I would have up to this much paint of red. And I get to put it in my batch. And this is all that I have left in the batch. It's only up to here. But I want to get as much of it as possible. You can see it in the light. I only have a little bit left, but and I have plenty of clear, so the only worry was this red. And I'm also going to paint a few other little things while I have the red out in the open. But the good thing about this paint is that once it's mixed and you put it inside a container that's sealed, it lasts forever. That I mixed 2 to 1, and the key thing, there is no pot life for this mixture, so this will last forever as long as it's in a sealed container. And this batch here has been in this bottle for over 6 months, so I'm just gonna get as much as possible. You can see I'm going all out to get every drop I can out of this container. And once I get it all out and that I have exhausted every last drop of that red, I'm going to start mixing. So just a little bit more and I'll get to 3. So I'm going to see if I can squeeze out a little bit more, couple drops, and mix it up. Here's my red. How beautiful it looks. With all the little metallics. I really love this color. Let's check it out in the sunlight. Go outside and I don't know if you can see that, but that's the beauty of this color. I love it.